Hey, welcome to another episode of Idiocracy Talk Radio. I'm Dr. B. We've got Matt and we've got Bang Bang Bang. I got a new best friend, Josh, with us in here. We're going to be talking about black bears. No, nothing racial. We're actually talking about the four-legged creatures, the fucking bears. Uh, we're going to be talking about the weather. We're going to talk about the Bengals, and we're going to go into a little bit about alligator Alcatraz here on Idiocracy Talk Radio.
It's idiocracy, but you gon' see the value and respect though when you talk with me. So come on, baby, walk with me. It ain't a topic that the crew can't touch. Share our views and our vibe. What we hide? It ain't much. This ain't bluffs, this the crew, yeah, we got it. Share our thoughts and our views, you can't stop it. Said this ain't bluffs, this the crew, yeah, we got it. Idiocracy, tell us what's the topic. Yeah.
All right, welcome to episode 10 of the restart of Idiocracy Talk Radio. Again, I'm Dr. B. We got Matt, and then we got Bang Bang Bang. I got another best friend. My name is Josh, in the house for another episode of Idiocracy Talk Radio. So, kicking it off, like I said, we're going to be talking about some black bears. No, we're not talking racially. We're actually talking about those four-legged amazing creatures, black bears. So over past few days, there have been sightings of actual black bears in the Wintonwood, Cincinnati area. Multiple reports were seen, not just on camera eyewitnesses, but also on camera, the Ring cameras, Bell cameras, and everything else. So the ODNR, Ohio Department of Natural Resources, has been tracking black bear sightings since 1993, and they are on the rise. So black bears are moving back into the areas. They're young males dispersing in search of territory and finding mates. So hopefully Josh doesn't get caught out in the woods with his pants down because a fucking black bear might grab him.
But they call me Sasquatch. They call you the bear.
Hey,
so I think it's you.
I'm a bear, but a Sasquatch out in the woods fucking a bear. I'll probably be let's cite it next. Bear fucker. Bear fucker.
I ate that motherfucker.
Anyway, so recent sightings include a bear was spotted on as early as July 7th at Aspen Drive in Springfield Township. Green Hills Police also spotted a black bear on the Commons. A bear was last seen behind Our Lady of Rosary Church at 17 Farragut Road. Many other locations relatively close is reported around the 275 Sharonville area around July 5th. So, what do you guys think? Bears.
It's the bare necessity. So I gotta know.
No, not blue. Black bear. Not blue bear.
Baloo? Are you talking about Baloo from Tailspin?
Blue from
he's in Tailspin too, goddammit.
Jungle Book.
He was in Tailspin too.
Jungle Book. You're right, but he was in Jungle Book first, and then that's how he got famous, and then he became in Tailspin with Kit.
Then he learned how to fly a plane.
He learned how to fly a plane.
Maybe that's what we're coming down here for. Learn how to fly planes.
Oh shit, we're gonna. Hey, is that a part of the DEI?
Maybe. No, I mean it's kind of cool that bears are starting to move up into the country and populate again, because I mean for a long time they were a lot of the black bears. The numbers started dropping big time, just like grizzlies and all that. So it's kind of nice to see that the bears are finally starting to come out besides the mountains. It does worry me with where my mom lives, because she's surrounded by woods. So you never know. One might just...
Yeah, but she's so far west, I don't think they'll make it there yet. It'll take a while.
I mean...
Don't worry.
Sharonville is on the west side. It's northwest of us. So it can't...
Josh, if she gets attacked, just blame Trump, okay? Everybody else does.
Everybody else does.
I mean, I thought we were talking about the weather later.
It was his fault for the Texas flooding. We'll talk about that too. I didn't know that Congress, the executive branch also controls the weather, but shit.
Well, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. But, so anyway, like you said, I mean, it's great to see black bears are coming back. I mean, we got bald eagles are starting to become more prevalent. Things are starting to come back because people are being smarter. Now, one thing I want to point out for our liberal audience that is anti-gun, anti-hunting, and everything else. Here's the funny part: hunting has not gone away, but yet animals are still populating. You know why? Because when hunting is controlled, it maintains a healthy balance of the population so that there's enough food to the population, which means that you don't have an overpopulation that eats all the food, vegetation, or the prey, which then causes disease and sickness and then eventually dying in themselves. So this way, they're controlled, it's humane, they're healthy, the environment's healthy. Ta-da, look at that. People are, coming back. It's fantastic. Black bears are back in the area. But I have to say this because God knows, and Josh, Matt, I guarantee you know somebody that's stupid enough to do this, and no, it's not me, you fucks. But you do not feed the bears. Do not feed the bears. Okay?
Why not? I want to feed the bears. They feed them down in Gallenberg all the
Josh is
time.
our one. Okay.
Why not feed the bears, Joe? Come on.
Because when you feed wildlife, they start to become reliant on that, and then they started to move in that area, and then it becomes their territory. Then you have a problem because, one, they start looking for food, and the minute you stop giving it to them, then they start hunting other things in that area. Rather than allowing them to naturally hunt and move along in their natural areas. So, don't feed the bears. Even if he's got a tie and he's asking for a picnic basket. Don't feed the bears. I want a picnic basket. Oh. So. All right. So enough about the glorious bears.
Let me ask you a question. Since we were talking about
go ahead.
How you were talking about hunting's been regulated, especially here in Cincinnati. For the longest time, you didn't see coyotes because it looked like a lot of hunters killed a lot of the coyote population because of them eating all the smaller animals and creating havoc in the ecosystem, right? So now if we start getting black bears, we start getting more coyotes, now we've got more predators in the area. What's that going to look like for the ecosystem?
Well, ironically, for like bears and stuff like that, it's actually going to help the Ohio ecosystem a little bit because and I know it's kind of changed. So I'm quoting an old stat here, but you were more likely to be in a car wreck with a deer than you were to crash in a plane in Ohio. Like if you lived in Ohio and you took a flight. Or you were more likely to crash into a deer than being struck by lightning. That's because there's so much of an overpopulation of deer. And the reason I bring up deer is because what do you think black bears eat?
Deer.
Small prey. Deer is one of those prey that they eat. So if you have predators like that come in and start to control the population a little more, on top of hunting that is regulating the population, again, you start to even things out.
True.
I feel like there's a butt coming.
What?
He said true and then pause. I was waiting for a butt.
No, that's it.
This was Matt's segment he wants to talk about, and he doesn't say a goddamn word about bears.
No, you said just think of things. I threw them out there.
Hey, I'm proud that he threw something out there, and we got to talk about bears.
Just because they call you
by the way,
bear.
word of advice. Okay, just like I said, don't feed the bears. If you do see a bear and you're out in the woods or something like that, don't think you're going to escape the bear by climbing up a tree. Bears can climb the fucking trees. Okay,
so
believe it or not.
So how are you supposed to escape a bear when they run? when they chase after you?
If they
Get
chase
bigger than
after
it.
you
Stand your ground and get bigger.
well,
So you
Throw your arms up like you're a Democrat
do you zigzag?
at a Trump rally.
I've always heard that. Like if you run in like a zigzag.
That's an alligator, goofy ass.
It's not
Bears
enough.
can outrun you. Don't worry about it. Alligators don't zigzag. They go in a straight line. Bears can go zigzags.
I know they can.
So
So
stand
here's
your
some-
ground. You stand your ground. You face it. You put your arms up in the air. You yell, make noises, and you backpedal slowly. Then if it starts chasing you, get the fuck out of there.
now, do you think there will be anybody that complains about the stand your ground if you get charged by a bear?
Maybe. So if I get charged by a bear, am I allowed shooting it?
Yes. But with the caveat that if you're in one of the parks, you shouldn't be carrying. So, bad news, you're going to jail for that.
If it comes on my mom's
you might survive
property,
the bear.
if it comes on my mom's property, it's tied.
Okay, what did I say? I said the park.
But
Not
that's
your mom's
but that's
property.
what I'm saying. It backs right into the park. It just steps. It
Okay,
just
but
steps 1 foot into my yard. In her yard, I'm just saying.
You're right, but I said if you're in the park, dumbass.
What are you gonna do? You gonna leave a picnic basket out with bait?
Fuck yeah.
That's what he's gonna do. Come here, boo boo. Hey, boo boo, come across that line, I dare you, you little
I
motherfucker.
figured I'd put a little apple and tie Joe out ready for the bear. He'd be my bait.
I knew I was gonna get invited to that picnic. It was a fucking luau. So they have on the Google. It talks about. It says what to do if you encounter a black bear. First of all, you stay calm. Black bears are generally not aggressive and prefer to avoid humans. Give it space. If the bear has not noticed you, back away slowly and leave the area. If it has noticed you, avoid direct eye contact and give the bear an escape route. Okay. Do not climb a tree or do not run. This may provoke it to chase you, thinking that you are prey. And then make sure you report the sightings to the Ohio Department of Natural Resources or the local authorities. So, all right. So speaking of, normally we talk about bears. We would talk about lions, but we're going to skip straight to tigers. And are you talking, Josh? You're muted, man.
Yeah, he's definitely muted.
Nope, can't hear you. And the way you're sitting, it looks like you've gone bald, just
Joe,
so you know.
quit
Does it
muting
not?
me, you son of a bitch. Oh, you're not now.
Fucking mute. I'm not muting at all.
Lies.
Josh, how far is that hairline back?
No, it's getting there. That's right here.
Oh,
There
it
you
is.
go.
There it
When
is.
you sat back, it was like,
LeBron James hairline.
I'm a deer. I'm ready to get ate by a bear.
the bears.
You just want to get ate out by a bear.
I want to go feed a bear.
Josh,
Joe, you
how'd you lose
available?
your arm, Josh? I fed a bear. So we've talked about bears. Normally we'd have lions, bears. Well, let's talk about some tigers. Let's talk about some Bengal tigers.
Ooh,
So,
we do play
what's
the
going
Lions
on in
this
the
year
realm
and
of-
the Bears. So it'll be
not
the
talking about
battle of
the fucking Lions.
the Bears and Lions here soon. So I thought it was very interesting with Travis Kelce coming out and throwing some shade at Jamar Chase today. Did you guys see that?
Yes, he did.
What'd you think about that?
I kind of trust in what he said about Patrick Mahomes. Without Kelce, Patrick Mahomes is not a top 5 quarterback like he has been. Now, Jamar Chase, you put him with any other quarterback, I still think he puts up big, huge numbers. So that's the difference. I'm not saying Patrick Mahomes isn't a good quarterback, because absolutely he is. But if you go back and look at the last few years, he's always needed Travis Kelce's help in that tight end spot, that tight end role. Because he couldn't count on the wide receivers and he couldn't count on the running backs. He used the shit out of Travis Kelce. And you see what happened last year. Without Travis Kelce being 100%, they got their fucking asses spanked by the Eagles in the Super Bowl. And we all know.
They also had to come back. They also had to come back from every damn game, too, last year. How does that happen?
And you look at, I think what they said, nine games or one-score games. They could have easily lost 6 of those games. And 3 of them was because of a penalty in the last couple plays of the game. Happened to the Bengals.
Are you talking about that 12th man they have? The Zebras?
Oh, yeah.
Since we're talking about animals?
Yep, the Zebras. The Zebras screwed the Bengals. The Tigers screwed the Lions. And the Bears. So I thought that was an interesting take that he threw out there on Jamar Chase. So
just another cheap shot rivalry going back and forth.
Oh, I know.
The funny thing about it is, like, if you think about his college career was basically over at UC, and his brother saved his ass, gave him a second, and helped him out with the coaching situation, because he was just a partier and passed out in New Orleans. And he was about to be kicked off the team, but his brother saved him. Now look at him. Wants to talk shit about his local team all the time.
Yep.
Even though it's not UC, it's Cincinnati still. But the place that gave him a second chance.
Oh, yeah. Well, I will be honest. I agree with you that it's just a rivalry, talking some shit, because, realistically, how many games has Mahomes gone without Kelce?
Couple.
Not a lot.
Like
3.
Yeah.
3. So, and even with those 3, he still had a passer rating of 93.8 with 768 yards, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions in the games without Kelce.
Who did they play in them games, though? That would be the question.
Denver, Pittsburgh, and Detroit.
And when were these games?
Let's see here. The Denver game was 2017, and Mahomes had a passer rating of 76.4. The 2021 Kansas City versus Pittsburgh, Mahomes had a passer rating of 135.1.
So Pittsburgh was down.
Mm-hmm. And then 2023 Kansas City versus Detroit, Mahomes had a passer rating of 77.5. So the average is 93.8. But if you really look at it, he actually had 2 games where pretty low passer rating for Mahomes. One that was pretty standout. But yeah, like you said, all 3 were against teams that were actually hurting or down.
And I think the 2023 Lions, they started 1-7 too, and then they came back and made it.
Yeah, that's the year they started roster building.
Yep.
Right there. They made the trade.
Yep.
No, I wouldn't say they were maybe start 1-7, but
I thought they weren't very good in the beginning of the year, and then they started winning towards the end of the year, and that's why they catapulted. And
because 2021's when Stafford got traded and won the Super Bowl, correct?
No,
against us.
So in the 2023 season, Detroit was. They won their first game, lost their second, won their third, fourth, lost their fifth, won their sixth, lost their seventh, won their eighth, ninth, 10th, lost, and then won, lost. So they only had one,
okay,
2,
so they were
3.
still.
They only had 5 losses that year.
Okay. So yeah, they played a good team then against the Lions.
So anyway, like we're trying to say, we take Kelce. The Bengals have always took Kelce out of the game, but it's always a penalty, always a last-minute drive, or game-winning field goal.
That's
always something.
Yeah, that's the last 2 games is Kansas City has beaten us because of a last-minute flag. One in the playoff game.
Take the if you take the bullshit call, and I know I'm a Bengals fan, but I'm sorry, but if you're any kind of football fan at all and you watch, it was bullshit calls. You take those out of the equation, it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah. No, I mean, last year that should have never been called. And then the year before, I mean, late hit, yes, I think it was. I mean, I can admit that, but it was kind of like that bang, bang. He was still in/out, so you got to protect the quarterback. But, again, the refs cost us that game. Hey, I see Matt Sealing. Oh, he's drinking some Jim Beam. Oh, is that Jameson?
That is not Jameson.
What are you drinking then?
Jim Beam.
Jim Beam. Oh, I was right. Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy. Wow.
What's our statistician
So about
saying?
these Reds. Let's go on to that shit.
Ellie De La Cruz making it the NL All-Star. The only Red.
Well, the only Red that made it, but others got screwed, I think.
No, I agree. I think one of their starters should have probably been in the conversation to get picked for it. Hunter Green, unfortunately, has been injured, so they probably took him out. But him, Abbott, I mean, been pitching damn well.
So they're going to add Kershaw just because he hit the 3,000 strike marker, and they're going to say, "Hey, sorry, Andrew Abbott." No.
I mean, it's all politics, and the Dodgers are the Dodgers. And they can spend $300 million compared to a team that makes $100 million, and you know. So what's your thoughts on it besides that, Matt?
I mean, I think Andrew Abbott's going to make it long term because they were talking about today that he has a chance to start because all these pitchers on the roster, if they pitch sometime later this week, they're not going to be able to pitch in the All-Star game. So he'll be an alternate. So that's the good thing. He's having an amazing year. But, again, like you just mentioned, Hunter Green got re-injured today. Stepped on. He was going to do his rehab assignment, but he pulled himself. Felt tightness back into the groin again. I'm glad we signed this guy long term for a short contract. Otherwise, it looks like we're blowing our money out of our ass again.
Yeah, he reminds me a lot of Homer Bailey. Has a big future, but couldn't stay healthy enough to get the success. So it seems like Hunter Green's starting to turn into that. But to your point, I'm glad we signed him for 4 years for a cheaper contract too. So it's not really killing the Reds right now.
Well, let's roll this back a little bit because I remember like a month ago, one of our podcasts, probably a little bit long ago, you were saying, "Oh, that guy Ellie, he's just average." I wonder who said that.
Hey, I still think he's average. I don't think he's a superstar yet. So
month of June, fucking spike that shit up.
Yeah, I mean, let me eat crow. I'm eating crow right now. I told you the Reds won't do anything unless he gets up to about 275, right? He's right at 275 now, and the Reds are in contention for a playoff spot. If Ellie is hitting 240 like he was, the Reds won't be in position to make that. He's got to hit 275.
I'm with you, but I think the trade after the All-Star break, the trade deadline comes along. I think the Reds need to go to. They need a legit third baseman power bat, or maybe a right fielder or left fielder power bat. I'm sorry, it's just we need a power back.
What are your thoughts about bringing a former Red back to play third base?
Yeah, I know you're talking about Andy Suarez. I think that'd be a great idea.
There was.
I mean, I don't think it's going to cost much for the Reds to get rid of him or get
him.
Get rid of somebody.
No, I think it would be in the Reds' best interest to go out and get him. I mean, he's hitting. He plays third base every day. Just adding that pop in the lineup, that's going to help out your other players. So who are you going to pitch around? You're going to have to pitch around Ellie. You're going to pitch around Suarez. Hopefully that would make Matt McLean better. Gavin Lux a little bit better. So
I'll tell you what, man. If Suarez comes to this, you might be moving Ellie up to the second spot.
Yeah.
McLean's not the best right now, but he's hitting decently. But at the same time, you need some power in the middle of that lineup to prove something. It's the only way you're going to have it happen. I mean, right now they're St. Louis is ahead of them, and St. Louis doesn't even have that great of a pitching staff. You know, we have one of the best pitching staffs in MLB. You know, this second half is going to tell a lot with Rhett Larry come back after IR, Hunter Green coming back. You know, Chase Burns is making a name for himself right now. Do you move Martinez back to the bullpen?
Yeah, I mean, Chase Burns, I guess, a lot of his runs came against the Boston, so that's why his is inflated quite a bit.
See, the one thing I was hoping is to watch his game yesterday, but I watched his strikeouts. Like you said, I don't know, like we talked about last week, if he was tipping his pitches or not.
I think he was, because he got beat up pretty bad at the first inning, so I think he was tipping his pitches. And I mean, a lot of the announcers even thought that too. And then when he pitched against the Phillies, I don't think he was tipping his pitches anymore because he had a much better game.
I mean, look at it. I mean, he pitched excellent against two top number one teams. Then a so Boston team just came out and I guess it got aggressive and hit on him.
Yeah.
Every pitch was first swing hit. What's your thoughts, Joe? You look like you're pondering.
He doesn't like the Reds because they fucked him.
I don't watch the Reds.
I'm going to the game tomorrow.
Oh, my bad.
Be there tomorrow.
With Brian?
Huh?
With Brian?
Nope, with my other best friend, Mike Louie.
I was about to say tonight was barking the park tonight.
Yeah.
So you could take your bitch of a friend, Joe.
Didn't get invited to that either.
That's because people invite me places, and I feel bad telling people no.
So you'll see Louie tomorrow night.
See Louie tomorrow night. I thought about going on Wednesday.
We don't miss him on the podcast.
I thought about going on Wednesday because you could have bought a ticket and got Ellie De La Cruz Funko Pop. So,
Did
yeah.
they come out with like an action figure or something of his? All right. I want to kind of wrap back to Mahomes because I was kind of looking at a stat here from Sporting News, talking about Mahomes and stuff like that. And I don't know how much truth is to this, but I mean, the stats are kind of crazy. So in the 2024 season, they were person had tweeted a guy named Sneaky Joe Sports had tweeted Patrick Mahomes has just thrown his 17th interception for the season. That was called back by a defensive penalty, most in the NFL since 2018. And if you break down like the amount of interceptions and turnovers that Mahomes has had turned over for a penalty. Not there's only been one for roughing the passer, which I think there's more than that, but I'm calling bullshit. But I mean, he's over like 40 over, like turnovers that were overturned. Like that's fucking crazy for a quarterback.
Josh said it. At the end of the game, it's always a turnover that gets recalled back, or it's always a penalty. Period. I don't care what anyone says. I like to see the guy be able to do something on his own the whole game without getting calls the last minute of the game.
Well,
period.
I mean, you go back to week 2 and week 3 last year against the Bengals and the Falcons, right? The Bengals are winning. They're up by 2, whatever it was. And Patrick Mahomes, it's fourth and long, like 20, something stupid. Throws the ball up. The defender kind of jumps, looks like over the player, hits the ball, but it also hits the player. They call it pass interference, right?
Yep.
Got it. The very next week, Atlanta's driving. They throw the ball into the end zone for the go-ahead score. And Kansas City guy basically tackles the Atlanta wide receiver. No call, no penalty.
Then what happened?
And then they win the game because of that.
Well, no, then what happened on top of that? Didn't he take his helmet off too, and the referee told him to put his helmet back on?
No, it wasn't that game. Because
wasn't that game?
That was a different game. But here's the thing that happened. Basically, Kansas City got away with pass interference on that particular drive to win the game. It was the Rams and I think the 49ers that same weekend. The same type of play, different part of the game though. They call pass interference because basically the wide receiver got tackled. Why is it that one time it gets called, but the time against Kansas City it doesn't get called? The Bengals get called for kind of that shitty ass pass interference. So it's like, to Joe's point, I think it was not only 17 interceptions. I think it was like 20 different turnovers. It was a little over 20 turnovers from Patrick Mahomes that ended up being negated by a penalty or something. The next number down, the next quarterback was 6. And that was by Josh Allen. Why is there that big of a discrepancy between the two quarterbacks and the two teams? One team's getting all the calls, the other teams are not getting the calls with these turnovers.
So why is it okay your defensive coordinator calls a timeout and that's not a penalty?
Should be.
And
remember that shit right here?
And I will say this, okay? I will throw this out because you guys know I am a ref for high school football.
Boo!
So I will tell you that it is hard to see everything on the field. However, one advantage that NFL refs have that like high school referees do not have is this magical thing called instant replay. Okay? There are certain plays that should be reviewed or should be reviewable that aren't. And like it dramatically changes the game, and people are like, oh, well, you can't completely review everything because then it takes away from the sanctity of the game. Look, if somebody's fucking cheating, that takes away from the sanctity of the fucking game too.
Well, I mean, you've got somebody in the broadcast booth. They're in New York. They've got how many people watching this game and looking at these plays, play after play after play, and then they even do a replay of it. Like, oh, this probably is pretty close to being. Should we call it? Should this have been called? They have enough time to do it. All it do is, hey, bing, right down to the umpire on the field. Hey, we're going to review this play.
Well, so perfect example here. Let me show you. Tell me if this ain't a shitty call.
This is the one I'm talking about. It's pass interference.
He's tackling before the ball even got to him,
and he's not looking back at the receiver like you're supposed to. You're not looking for the ball.
Yeah, he never once looked for the ball.
And the week before was the Bengals.
So look at this one: a clean sack on Aaron Rodgers and a still penalty. Watch.
Because he landed on him.
Tell me what's wrong with that sack.
Oh, there's nothing wrong, but he landed on him. I think that's probably what they called. Right?
It's a fucking tackle.
I agree with you.
No, it isn't. No, it's not.
He should have rolled. He should have rolled over him and not landed right on top of him.
No. Joe, what did you say it was? It was not a tackle. It was a sack.
Motherfucker. Listen.
He sacked his ball.
Potato, patata. It's still a fucking spud, okay?
Either way, you look like a potato.
You're a fucking potato.
Oh, what's this? A holding? This looks like Kansas City. Keep going forward.
Look,
let's
see
some other ones. Okay, we ain't worried about that one.
Hold on. Here. That one I don't think would be a penalty.
Bills get a 41-second play clock.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
here we go. Oh, look.
All right.
They called it a incomplete pass.
Look, he's checking with him. What do you think?
Or was that
I think they called roughing the passer on that one.
Hey, you okay? We need a.
Let's see.
Oh, there's Bengals one.
Here we go.
Oh.
And they called it on us.
Yep, that should have been on the Steelers.
Yeah. Literally came across and they called it on us.
Hey, Josh, I got a question for you and Joe. Once we get out of this situation.
Go for it.
Go ahead.
What do you think about that? Obviously, you're going to say Chase was the better pick, but between him and Penei Sewell, that was our big pick back in 2021?
Yep.
They both panned out to be pretty awesome. Overall, which one would you rather have?
Overall, I'd take both. But, I mean, I'll be honest with you. Because of the chemistry between Burrow and Chase, I would stick with that. But you can't lose with either one. Like you said, they're both fantastic players that came out of that draft. And, I mean, they've done phenomenal. But I just think with the fact that Burrow and Chase have a history together, they know each other's playing style, they have the timing, I think it was a better pick to go with him.
And his rookie year, they made it to the
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
that thing.
That thing you do when you go here, then there, and it's I can't remember what kind of game it is, but it was one of them. No, I mean either one. I mean that's kind of a loaded question. What would you rather have? Would you rather have the offensive lineman that's probably going to be Detroit's offensive line for years to come, still, right? Or you get the explosive wide receiver who can break records? What wins the game? Touchdowns.
Also protecting that quarterback.
Protecting quarterback. I mean, and he's a right tackle, right?
He's the best right tackle in NFL right now.
So
besides Lance Johnson of Eagles.
And the Bengals, yeah, I mean, the
I'm
Bengals
still-
had trouble with the right side of that line for years, and they also.
I'm still fucking waiting for the Bengals to have an offensive line.
I mean,
So they came out. They came out with a stat today from football, and they said they ranked the Bengals right now 31 out of 32 teams offensive line.
yeah, I've seen that. Just because they,
Now that was pro professional football, I think it was something like that.
yeah,
But
I don't think they like the guards.
So out of I think was 88 or 86 players at left tackle, Orlando Brown was like at 58 or 59, which was like 67th overall. Then Mims was a 58, which was number 66 overall. And that's our tackles. I mean, are we not spending enough money on the offensive line? We're going for playmakers. Are we just trying to make Joe Burrow happy or what?
If we were trying to make Joe Burrow happy, I guarantee he doesn't want to be eating dirt every fucking game as much as he does, because I guarantee he ain't happy about that.
I mean, I think the Bengals went out and tried to sign good players.
Well, here's what I will say, and I was saying it for years, and I am thankful because they finally took the step this past year. But I said, after you've changed the offensive line so many times and they're still having problems, you got to get rid of the coach. So they got rid of the offensive line coach. We'll see how it goes now. You know, I'm hoping he'll make improvements. I'm hoping things are, because I'm looking at that stat that you were talking about, Matt, where it says the Bengals overhauled their guard pair with journeyman Lucas Patrick and third-round draft Dylan Fairchild. However, the rest of the one of the worst offensive lines in 2024 remained in place. Offensive tackles in particular will need to improve drastically. Left tackle Orlando Brown Jr. was graded as only 66th among 81 qualifiers, while rookie right tackle Amiris Mims was 67th. So our offensive line has a lot to grow on. They need to. And I'm hoping that this new offensive line coach comes in and kicks people in the fucking ass. Because there's no reason for the amount of money that we're paying this quarterback, no reason with the explosive offensive capability that we have that our quarterback should be in the dirt as much as he has been.
I don't know if you saw over the weekend. Did you see last week with Dylan Fairchild doing some MMA wrestling?
No, I seen that against Sean Strickland. He held his own with him. But I mean, he's also got 50 pounds on 50, 60 pounds,
300 pounds
on Strickland. So, no, I mean, there were still some offensive guards that haven't been signed yet. I would like for the Bengals to go out and sign one of them. Either the Reisner or Sheriff, Schrinf or whatever his last name is from Jacksonville last year. I mean, because you're gonna put
who do you cut and who are you starting then? I mean, obviously there's gonna be some injuries coming up sooner or later.
You got to look at injuries. I mean, you got to let Fairchild grow. He's got to go into the role.
Well, you got to have depth because we always get hit with injuries at the line, and so
I think this year we got good depth, but who? I mean, what are the starters?
I wouldn't have re-signed Cody Ford. I would have let him go. And
what?
Yeah, I would have signed. Yeah. I would have signed Dalton Reisner over Cody Ford.
Does Dalton Reisner play left guard or left tackle, right guard, and right tackle?
Either
left guard.
He's a guard, so. What are you going like that for? Did the Reds just get scored on again?
Let's see. They just put Lionel Richardson in, threw a wild pitch. Guy scores from third base, home, and he gets the ball, throws it to second base. Just a bunch of stupid shit, or a bunch of clown shit going on here.
Gosh, the game's still on.
God damn,
the game's still on.
But playing against the goddamn Marlins, look like a fucking bunch of clowns right now.
That sounds about right.
But anyway, back to this shit. I think we have enough offensive line depth as it is. But I think we have too much depth. Now, quality starters, that's the problem.
Well, that's the thing, though, is I mean, with the depth chart, I mean, I don't give a shit how many people you've got. You could have 20 people deep. If all of them suck, there's no depth. It's all shallow.
Well, that's the thing. On paper, you got good depth on paper as for the prices and stuff like that, because you're not going to sit in you're not going to go out and go all out on offensive line, spending money. But like I said,
I don't know why.
What's that?
I get that your primary spending is not the offensive line, but I would think that the fact that you have a $500 million plus debt behind that line, you want somebody, you're going to find people that, yes, are going to be reasonable in their price, but at the same time, you're going to pay a little extra to protect your investment.
You did.
Can't hear you, Josh, and I didn't mute you.
You made him happy. You went out and you gave him a tight end. You went out, got him two receivers paid out. What else do you want?
It don't mean shit if he's injured and out of the game.
Until his ass actually takes the pay cut, which he said he would, and I haven't heard shit yet. So I like Joey B. He's worth the money, and he's a great quarterback, and I always back him. But he said he would take a pay cut, and I haven't heard shit yet.
Oh, I know. It's been all words. Yeah, it's been all words so far. Actions speak louder than words, and
I mean,
I'm waiting.
They did show a video today of Trent Henderson working out with who's the Ohio State defense end that retired?
Hold on. Josh is muted again. Josh, you muted yourself.
Hubbard?
No, I didn't do it. My fucking hand.
Yeah, Sam Hubbard. He was working out. They got a picture of him working out with Sam Hubbard today, a video. So he's in town, like I said. We talked about it last week a little bit. He's still in town working out. So we know the talks are going to get done. We know they are. He's going to play on this contract. He's not going to sit out.
No, he's going to get a new contract. It's just a matter of when. I think it'll happen like before training camp or during training camp, whatever.
And let's be honest, the Bengals are playing a little butthurt. So
to your point, I think we could have got rid of Cordell Volson. I mean, he was terrible last year.
Well, he did restructure his contract.
I know, he is cheaper.
There's a plus side to that.
Look, if you're shitty, you need to take less, okay? But it don't mean I'm going to re-sign you just because you agree to take less if you suck.
But he's still on a rookie contract, and he can prove himself.
Well, this is his fifth year.
You're not hurt. You're not hurt because half of his contract's on incentives.
No, you're not hurting, but I mean, you're taking up a roster spot, and you could
not really.
I'd cut
training camp still, bro.
I know, but you could let him go. You could assign, like I said, there's a couple of big name guards out there that played a lot better than him.
I'm just saying, how many years has he been with us?
3, 4. This is 4.
Right. And how many of those years has he had a successful season?
1. That was his first year, and then he's digressed ever since.
I don't even know if I'd count his first season as good.
He was.
They did Super Bowl.
He was a pretty good guard.
We went to the Super Bowl. We had to switch out how many offensive linemen?
No, I lied. I don't think he was with us Super Bowl year. I think Quentin Spain was with us.
Yeah, it was Quentin Spain.
I'll say, and weren't we one of the highest, most sacked quarterbacks in that year?
And we got sacked 9 times in the Super Bowl too.
Yeah, way to set that fucking standard.
Yeah.
Great job, offensive line.
But no, don't clap yet. You got to also think about this. It's been said often. Joe Burrow holds that ball too long.
He does.
He's not going to just throw it up.
I'm 50-50. I think half the sacks are due to Joe holding the ball too long and offensive line. But that offensive line is not the best in the world. But Joe Burrow holds that ball way too long. The only thing I'm looking forward to this year is, besides the offensive line looking decent, is Burton. I want to see Burton come out and do his thing. We'll have three of the best wide receivers in the game.
They said he's...
So, Matt, let me ask you this. How many seconds do you think he should hold on to that ball to release it? Like, what's a good time?
2.5 at the most.
You know, it's funny you say that because according to NFL.com, Joe Burrow's average release time is 2.5 seconds, which makes him one of the fastest release quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yeah.
But he's got to be because of his
So it's
offensive
definitely
line.
not him holding on to the ball too long.
I think there's plays in the game that he should probably get rid of the ball, and I think that's what Matt was kind of saying.
Now, keep in mind that's an average.
So there's some of
an average.
I know.
Yes,
there's some of the sacks that
on.
are on Burrow. Not all of them, but they are on Burrow.
Joe, Josh is talking, so hold your sack and hold off a second. Go ahead, Josh. You're saying something.
What I was saying is, to Matt's point, I don't think all the sacks are on Burrow. I think some of them are during the game, where he does hold the ball, where he should have just threw it away. So,
and to Josh's point, you have to take a sack to not to have a turnover sometimes to play another down.
And
I get that play, and that's what he learned to fall down on his own. He falls down. That's what he does. But he does hold on to that ball for a big play almost every time.
But Burrow also said, I would rather take a sack on 3rd and long and instead of trying to force something for a possible turnover. So that's why he takes the sack.
I think hold on, Josh. I think Joe's hold his sack long enough. Go ahead, you can breathe now, buddy.
No, I was just gonna say, I mean, that's the point.
You can speak a little louder. Be nice.
I said to that. Fuck you. To my point, Burrow is smart with the ball. Like, he doesn't just throw the ball up for interceptions because he knows that, yes, if you take a sack, you're losing yardage. But when you punt the ball, you have always got a chance to get it back. If you throw the interception, they got the ball.
And now we have one of the better punters in the league, too.
There's that, too. So
there's that.
All right, enough Bengal talk. Let's talk about this weather we've been experiencing. Enough of the Tigers and the Lions and the Bears.
Trump's been causing places to flood.
Oh, it's absolutely amazing looking on Twitter and Facebook, and you see all these liberals just completely bash. Oh, it's him, and he cut Doge because they didn't have enough warnings or anything like that. They could have had more people. I'm like, okay, let's let the facts go first. Let's let the facts here. Come to find out, on Thursday they went ahead and put, before the storm started, hey, there's possible flash flood watch. What you're supposed to do, right? You're supposed to have a watch. When the rain starts picking up, they then said it was a warning. And then, like, right before it happened, they said, hey, it's an emergency flood. It is actually flooding really bad. So, Austin, Texas, their meteorologist came out and said they had plenty of staff on site. So, they had the people there warning people about the storm. The NOAA, whatever, the NOAA, they had plenty of people working that night. So all it was is, hey, how can we bash Trump? What can we do to bash Trump and make it his fault?
Did you say no one knew about the flood?
No. It's the NOAA, whatever they fucking call it.
Didn't he make a raft?
Noah.
2 animals.
Joe, it's not a joking conversation we're having right now. This is serious. There's people die.
I think what Trump let happen is he's letting all the rainwater flood out down there, so he can bring the crocodiles from Africa over and put them in that area, so we don't know where swimmers come across the border.
The Alamo will be flooded up and then filled with alligators.
And we're gonna make that Alcatraz.
Hey, senor, you going across? Fuck no, there's alligators.
So
So
do you guys believe in the weather seeding that's been going on? Do you believe in these planes in the sky putting out these chemtrails? Do you guys think that's legit, or do you think that's all just bullshit?
Well, from what I've been picking up the last couple of days, I haven't dug deep into it, or things I've been hearing is they just advocated for a factory down there for $175 million, and it's supposed to be a future like energy efficient area. So I don't know what that's about exactly 100%, but there's been some things on Facebook, but like you can't believe everything on the internet, you know. But they're saying, hey, this power plant down there, because Texas has a lot of resources down there for this power plant to make a future out of it. So they approved of a $175 million factory. Next thing you know, all this flooding's happened. But also, they've been known. Also, I was watching the news today, and they were saying, like you said, the weather from Austin says they have plenty of warnings, but they don't have warning sirens where it flooded. And they were trying to get there the last 10 years ago. They said, hey, we can donate warning signs, sirens to evacuate. And I'll give them at least a 5-minute head start if they get close and rush. When you get all this rainfall and stuff like that, you never know what's going on.
Well, and to your point is this isn't the first time this has happened in that area.
First off,
Shake the face.
They said that is I guess that area is prone for flooding.
My dad told me what you did on his time. I love you.
we got man hugging.
My neighbor across the street just stopped by.
Hey, you're cheating on Joe now, goddammit. The fuck?
Hey, I'm going to let you guys go for a second, okay?
All right, brother.
I'll be back in a second.
All right. Just put it on mute and turn the camera off. But, anyway, Joe.
Oh, I want a griddle.
So apparently that area has been known for these big floods coming from that river. This isn't the first time this happened. I think they said about 20 years ago it happened as well. So to Matt's point, if they didn't have a warning sign, that's something like, why hasn't that been addressed within the last 20 years? You can't blame that on Trump.
Well, that's just it. It's always Trump's fault. Like, I'll be honest with you. Like, this guy is going to go down as literally the most powerful president in the history of humankind, because not only can he start wars and end wars, he can change the weather, he can flood areas, he can cause devastation to entire populations. He's a pretty powerful dude.
Yeah, and this is what upsets me the most. So you've got CNN coming out, and they were criticizing Trump's ability to get down to Texas in a hurry and try to work on stuff. Yet when Hurricane Helene came through North Carolina, Biden's FEMA did not come into that area for 3, 4, 5 days, and CNN was caught on camera like, hey, it's okay, it's a major catastrophe, it takes time, just calm down, they'll be out there. Well, you're doing just the opposite of this one. Like, where's the whole misconception on that? Like, you should know what you say 2 years ago.
Well, it's a double standard. It's a double standard. But I will also say, in their defense, if you think about it, like you said, it was Biden's FEMA. Now you got Trump's FEMA. So you have two different people driving the wheel. Think about it. If you had Trump and Biden both start at a race line and said, drive from this state to this state, okay? Trump's going to get there within a reasonable amount of time. Biden will possibly end up somewhere on the equator,
So you're saying
not knowing where the fuck he is.
So you're saying it's the rabbit in the hair?
Oh, it's not even the rabbit in hair, because the difference is
That's the same thing.
The
It's
rabbit
and
took
turtle.
a nap. The rabbit, the tortoise in the hair, and the hare took a nap. The difference is Biden gets lost.
That is true.
Biden probably didn't even know where the fucking hurricane was.
No.
He probably, when someone told him, he probably pointed on a fucking map up to Canada and was like, the hurricane's up here?
Yeah, I mean, it's just so sad that how political everybody turned it. I read another thing that somebody's saying, this was a medical doctor, and she posted on her Facebook, these are all Trump voters down there. Good that something bad happened. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Right.
Like, good thing that company fired her. Like, what the hell is wrong with people?
Yeah.
Like, innocent people died, no matter who they fucking voted for.
Well, and that's one thing that I will say I really love that has started to turn around with this new administration, that you start to see people finally, like, cancel culture used to be one-sided.
Yeah.
If you said against the left, like, God forbid, if they didn't like you, you were gone. But if you said anything against the right, it was okay.
Yeah.
It was okay. Now, guess what? You get what you sow.
It's
okay?
about
you reap
time.
what you sow. And now, do I think people should be saying stupid shit like that? Like, I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. Like, I'm not wishing for anybody to be hurt or anything like that. I mean, if you're one of these fucking ignorant people that are posting on TikTok, like I don't know if you've seen the TikTok song where they put, instead of proud to be an American, it's they're ashamed to be an American and stuff. Like, guess what? I don't want you to be harmed, but if you don't like it, get the fuck out. Okay? I don't want you to be hurt, but you can move. I'm not looking for anybody to be harmed. I don't want anybody hurt. But the difference is that that's the mindset of the left versus the right. The right, we might not agree with you, and we might say get the fuck out, but at the same time, we're not going to wish you dead or anything like that. And then the left, on the other hand, like, if you're not with me, you're fucking against me, and and they want to wish you harm. They want your business canceled. They want everything destroyed about you. Like, fuck you. You don't deserve to be on this earth, and it's bullshit.
So, speaking of something, so we know this whole immigration thing, with Trump and Mexico, like all these people from Mexico with Mexico flags, like, we don't want to go back to Mexico, we don't want to have immigration, blah blah blah. But did you know? I know this is off topic with the weather. Did you know they had a protest in Mexico City for Mexicans protesting for Americans to leave? We're buying up too much property in Mexico. We don't speak Spanish, so they're telling us to leave.
Yeah.
So
that's the funny thing. It's not just us.
It's every country you go to. They don't want. They don't want you people.
Well. Perfect example. So, let's see. There was a just recently there was a protest in Qatar where protesters were they were going to walk to a certain area in protest for LGBT rights. They were arrested and deported. Like, American citizens that were there to support it, literally they got detained, their passports were taken away, and they weren't given back to them until they got on the plane to get the fuck out. Like, and they're like, oh my God. It's like, guess what? Every country is against illegal immigration, okay? Because the idea behind legal immigration, behind any immigration, okay, is that the country wants it to be good for the country.
Yep.
It's not about the individuals. Like, if they make things better, great. Absolutely. But when it's all said and done, the reason we limit the amount of people and we go through this vetting process and everything else is because we need to be able to say, is this going to be good for the country? Just like Mexico, guess what? Protesting to kick us out because we're buying up property. We don't speak their language or anything else.
And guess what? We're increasing housing costs there.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Because guess what? Because we can go down there with our American money to their peso and buy fucking property. We can buy it up.
Yeah. Our $20,000, $30,000 could buy something really nice there.
Here, let's look at. I'm curious to what.
Yeah, Mexico City is where we're buying a bunch of property at. But no, I thought that was very interesting. I read that over the weekend too, and I'm like, holy crap! I was like, and all these people, they're sitting there bitching about us wanting these illegal aliens or immigrants out of the country because, I mean, they're costing taxpayer money by being on food stamps, by being on Medicaid. I mean, there's a reason why California is in such a deficit because they started paying for hospital bills for these illegals.
So, Josh, just to give you an example, okay? Check this out.
Oh, share it.
All right. So, an entry-level home. Hold on. I want it in pesos.
I want no American.
Okay. So, the national average cost of a house in Mexico, it ranges between 1.7 million pesos, okay, which is roughly equivalent to $90,000. Okay.
Huh.
Now, those, are drastically. That's the average. Okay. But if you think about it, the reason it's gone up. So here, I'm gonna do a. So they have an average of the house. Oh, yeah, this looks good. So the prices for the average house prices from the first quarter of 2018 to the third quarter of 2023 has risen from 1 million pesos up to 1.7 million in just 5 years. So almost doubled. Why do you think that is?
That's because people are moving down
American companies, American people are going in and buying the properties.
Yep.
Because, I mean, $30,000, okay, $30,000 US dollars is 500,000 pesos. I could easily make a down payment on a fucking house down there.
Oh, definitely easy. So let's just say, I look for a 4-bedroom house. There's 54,000 results in Mexico City. I mean, that's a lot. And I just went for like at least 4 bedrooms. House. Search.
Property type. Let's go with a house.
198.96 for 3-bedroom. $10,000 pesos.
Damn. I'll buy that. Look at some of these fucking houses. Like, holy shit.
Share it, bitch. Share your shit. Baja, California.
Look at this. I mean, $379,000, but I mean, that's American. But shit, look at that.
Oh yeah, ain't it that? Or is that just? I think you're just getting a condo. I think that's just showing like the condo. You get one of the condos, and it comes with them amenities.
I clicked property type house.
I'm just saying that didn't look like a house.
Look at that. I mean, shit. Hell, you can buy a whole community. Look at this. No, I'm just kidding.
Like this 4,000 square foot house is 440,000. It's almost 5,000 square foot. This is in Baja.
Hold on. I want to see if I see what houses. Oh yeah. See, look at this. Look. See, there's houses $67,000, $27,000, 56, 42, 23. I mean, there's definitely houses that you can buy down there that are extremely affordable.
Oh yeah, it beats here.
I mean, and you think about it, if you go down there and you were to buy these up, the average person down there is not going to be able to afford, you know, I mean, some of those prices were really high even for American standards. So you think about your average Mexican family that's not making that much money, they're not going to be able to afford that. So if you go down there and you buy all the cheap property,
yeah,
you know, so, but to your point, like, it's not just the United States that's saying we want legal immigration. And again, I want to stress that, is that we are not advocating for no immigration at all. We are advocating that you follow the rules, you set up for paperwork, you are vetted, you make sure that you are able to come in legally. If you do it legally, come on in.
Come on over. Come on in, baby.
You know?
No,
if you want to be in this country legally,
or
come on.
Or I will say this. I will agree to this on this whole thing. If there's an American willing to take in the family that they sign off of, that they have to be held accountable for, with these people, and live in their homes, how many people?
I need a definite.
You're held accountable. So it's like the K-1 visa that they have. If you marry somebody internationally, you come in, you are responsible for that person. So you sign something and say, this person's going to live with me. I am responsible. I am financially responsible for this person. Okay? There you go. Live with them.
But I'll be honest, I would like to know details in terms of, like, because let's be honest, we have American citizens that have children that they're not even responsible for.
No, they have to be financially stable for them. But my whole point is, how many people on the left would say, oh, yeah, they can come? Not one, maybe a handful. I'll give some people maybe. But
maybe
not one person in Congress would do it.
We would be lucky if we got 0.5%.
Oh, I mean, I would say 0.001% of people would absolutely say.
I'm being nice.
That's way too nice.
Saying 0.5%.
That'd be way too nice. I guarantee, because it won't happen. You got all these politicians that live in these big fancy homes. You know they're not all them bedrooms aren't full. Move them on into one of your bedrooms. Hey, I mean, most of these guys, they all have 4 walls around their houses too.
Well,
and big fences.
Well, even, I mean, case in point, the left has come out and shown their true colors, because you see some of those celebrities and even some of the non-celebrities that come out and they post and they say, oh, well, once Trump gets done deporting all these people, watch and see how many people have to do their own lawn and do, you know, and it's like, are you serious? Like, you just want cheap labor? Like, that's not the...
Well, that was funny is they said L.A., they're hotels. They're supposed to pay their workers $30 an hour. And then one of the big hotel managers said there's no way we could physically do that. We can't do it because it's costs too much money. We go bankrupt. So they hire illegal aliens and pay them under the table. That's how they've been getting away with it. Now that's not going to happen anymore. And now they're like, oh shit. What are we going to do now? Hey, you guys wanted the Democrats in charge in California. You guys got to deal with it now.
Yeah.
So, it's funny. You reap what you sow in that state right now. And it was very funny. It was funny as Gavin Newsom was talking about. He was bashing Trump, and then all of a sudden, right after he bashed him, said, "Oh, we do need Trump's help. We need his help to fix up the city." No, fuck that. Don't fix up the city. You know what?
Yeah.
Make that city look like shit in the world's eyes when the World Cup comes in this year, and then you got the Olympics the following year. Let it look like shit. That's on the radical left. Why should my money go in and fix your city up when you let it fucking burn like that? And you still continue to do it.
Oh, I agree.
I think we lost Matt for the night.
Yeah, no, that's all good. But we're going to end it here. We've gone a little bit over, but which is okay. We had good conversations. But so I will point out one thing I will throw out, Josh, and look, me being a friend, I'm inviting you if you would like to come, you fucking asshole. So I was invited. So I have actually been asked to do a podcast with a couple guys from my school at Queen City Radio, the bar downtown near FC Cincinnati Stadium. So we did our first podcast on the 5th, Saturday, when the FC Cincinnati won their game 2-1. And it was fucking phenomenal. Had a good time, met some amazing people.
Why don't you invite them on our podcast?
We're gonna be I'm going to.
Okay.
But we're doing it again on the 12th. So Queen City podcast or Queen City Radio podcast. We're going to be doing it again on the 12th. We're going to start recording about 8 o'clock. So if you're in the area, come on down. And then also catch me, obviously, on Idiocracy Talk Radio. If you have an interest in joining us for any conversations, feel free to email me at sales@beartracksmedia.com. That's sales@beartracksmedia.com. Beartracksmedia.com. And then, if you have any ideas for things you'd like us to talk about or anything you would like us to discuss, feel free to email as well. So with that being said, I appreciate everyone joining us. I'm Dr. B. Matt had to step away, unfortunately. And then we got Bang Bang Bang, Mr. I've Got a New Best Friend, Josh over here.
Somebody
with that,
jealous.
So with that being said, I appreciate everybody.
It's idiocracy, but you gon' see the value and respect though when you talk with me. So come on, baby, walk with me. It ain't a topic that the crew can't touch. Share our views and our vibe. What we hide, it ain't much. This ain't bluffs, this the crew, yeah, we got it. Share our thoughts and our views, you can't stop it. Said this ain't bluffs, this the crew, yeah, we got it. Idiocracy, tell us what's the topic. Yeah.